Today we will make a revision on the ecosystem. We will start with the first question in front of you. The branch of biology dealing with interactions among organisms and between organisms and their environment is called. What about your answer? Can you answer this question, Nada?
Ecology. Ecology.
Ecology, yeah, correct answer. The second question, the combined portions of Earth in which all living things exist is called the.
Ecosystem. Biosphere تقريبا.
Biosphere, yeah. The combined portions of Earth in which all living things exist is called biosphere, not ecosystem. But what is an ecosystem?
Ecosystem between organisms سواء كانوا biotic أو abiotic تقريبا صح؟
Okay, it's okay. And number 3, all of the members of a particular species that live in one area are called.
Population.
Population, yeah, very good. It's correct answer. Number 4, which of the following descriptions about the organization of an ecosystem is correct? Number 1, communities make up species which make up populations. Number B, populations make up species which make up communities. Number C, species make up communities which make up populations. And number D, species make up populations which make up communities.
B.
Why B?
D.
D? Yes, D is the correct answer.
D.
These species make up populations which make up a community. Number 5, the simplest grouping of more than one kind of organism in the biosphere is?
Community.
Community, very good. Number 6, the lowest level of environmental complexity that include living and non-living factors is the biome ولا
ecosystem
ولا community ولا biosphere?
Ecosystem.
Yeah, it's a correct answer. Yes, excellent.
Okay.
Number 7, plants are producers, consumers, herbivorous, or omnivorous?
Producers.
Producers. Yeah. What is the original source of almost all the energy in most ecosystem? Carbohydrates, ولا water, ولا sunlight, or carbon?
Sunlight.
Excellent. Sunlight is the original source of almost all energy. Number 9, the algae at the beginning of the food chain in this figure.
Producers.
Consumers ولا producers ولا decomposers ولا heterotrophs?
Producers.
Producers, yes. Algae make a photosynthesis like plants. Number 10, an organism that uses energy to produce its own food supply from inorganic compounds is called heterotroph ولا detritivores ولا consumer ولا autotroph?
Autotroph.
Autotroph, excellent. An organism that can't make its own food is called heterotroph ولا autotroph, chemotroph, producer?
Heterotroph.
Heterotroph. Number 12, organisms that obtain nutrients by breaking down dead and decaying plants and animals are called decomposers, autotrophs, omnivorous, or producers?
A. Decomposers.
Decomposers, number A. Yeah, excellent. What is an organism that feed only on plants called carnivorous ولا herbivore ولا omnivore ولا detrivore?
Herbivore. B.
Herbivore, excellent. All the interconnected feeding relationships in an ecosystem make up a food interaction or chain, network, or web.
Network. Web.
Web, excellent. Interaction between our relationship ecosystem make a food web. The total amount of living tissue within a given trophic level is called the organic mass or energy mass, biomass, or trophic mass.
Organic mass.
Read the question again. Total amount of living tissue. Living tissue.
Trophic mass.
No. Try again. Living tissue.
Biomass.
Bio, yeah. When you hear this or read this word living, meaning bio, like biology. Biology, the science studying living organisms. So the amount of living tissue within a given trophic level is called biomass.
Okay.
16. What is an ecological model of the relationships that form a network of complex interactions among organisms in a community from producers to decomposers?
Food chain.
No.
Food web.
Food web.
Mm.
Food web, why we called it food web? Because it's a network of complex, not a chain, it's a network. So network of complex interactions among organisms in community, it's called food web.
Okay.
What is the term for each step in the transfer of energy and matter within a food web?
Trophic level.
Excellent, trophic level. Question number 18. A bird stalks, kills, and then eats an insect based on its behavior. Which ecological term describes the bird?
C.
C. Excellent, carnivore and consumer. 19. A snake that eats a frog that has eaten an insect that feed on a plant is a
Third level consumer.
excellent, yeah. Only 10% of the energy stored in an organism can be passed on the next trophic level of the remaining energy. Some is used for the organism's life process, and the rest is
B. D.
the excellent, the eliminated as a heat. Question number 23. Most of the energy available to a consumer trophic level is used by organisms for number A, transfer to the next trophic level, number B, respiration, movement, and reproduction, number C, producing inorganic chemical compounds, number D, performing photosynthesis.
A.
Try again.
B.
دي respiration والmovement reproduction اللي هي ايه البايو بروسيس اللي الاورجانيزم need it.
Okay.
Question number 24. Which type of pyramid show the amount of living tissue at each trophic level in an ecosystem?
Energy pyramid B.
Try again.
Biomass pyramid.
Biomass pyramid, excellent. And you must differentiate between the four types of this pyramid. Please return to this session again and revise these definitions and differentiate between number pyramid, energy pyramid, biomass pyramid, and food pyramid. Question number 25. Matter can recycle through the biosphere because matter is passed out of the body as waste. Matter is assembled into chemical compounds. Biological systems don't use up matter, they transform it. Number D, biological systems use only carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, and nitrogen.
A.
No, try again. Why matter
يبقى B.
recycle? Try again.
يبقى C بقى.
You answer in a sequence. Why C?
بتترانسفير من ليفل لليفل في الاورجانيزمز.
Okay, matter can recycle through the biosphere because in biological systems don't use up matter. They transform it. You know the definition of the matter and the definition of the energy. Question 26. The repeated movements of water between Earth's surface and the atmosphere is called
water cycle.
Excellent, water cycle. Question 27. What is the process by which bacteria convert nitrogen gas in the air to ammonia? Nitrogen fixation, decomposition, or excretion, or denitrification?
Nitrogen fixation.
Nitrogen fixation, excellent. Do you know this bacteria?
لا مش فاكرة اسمها.
Yeah, it's a nitrogen fixing bacteria and found in the root of the plants.
تمام.
Carbon cycles through the biosphere in all of the following processes except photosynthesis or transpiration, burning of fossil fuels, decomposition of plants and animals. Transpiration, excellent. How is carbon stored in the biosphere? Number A, in the atmosphere as a carbon dioxide. Number B, underground as fossil fuels and calcium carbonate rock. Number C, in the oceans as dissolved carbon dioxide. Number D, all of the above.
All of the above.
Excellent. Which of the following has a direct role in the nitrogen cycle? Number A, bacteria. Number B, legumes. C, decomposers. D, all of the above.
هي دي بس أنا مش متأكدة من B.
Legumes is also a type that make nitrogen fixation. Legumes nitrogen fixing bacteria found in the root of the plant and known as legumes. So it's a decomposer because there are bacteria and there are legumes because they make nitrogen fixation. So the answer will be D, all of the above. Organisms need neutrons in order to utilize hydrogen and oxygen, carry out essential life functions, recycle chemical compounds, carry out nitrogen fixation.
See?
Try again.
B.
B, carry out essential life functions. These essential life functions that like in the previous questions that were respiration, photosynthesis. Do you remember this question above?
اه
Mm,
اه تمام
تمام. Okay.
تمام
The movement of energy and the nutrients through living systems are different because number A, energy flow in one direction and nutrient recycle. Number B, energy is limited in the biosphere and the nutrients are always available. Number C, nutrients flow in one direction and energy recycles. Number D, energy forms chemical compounds and nutrients are lost as heat. The correct answer
دي
is D. Try again.
سي
No. Try again.
تمام يبقى ايه
A is the correct answer because the
اه
energy flow in one direction. But what is the recycle? The recycle is for the nutrients. The nutrients will be recycled. If you look to the food web or food chain, you will find the nutrients will be recycled, but the energy flow in one direction.
تمام
Biogeochemical cycling ensures that human activity will have no effect on elements, chemical or nutrients will be circulated throughout the biosphere, or D, many nutrients will not reach toxic concentrations in the biosphere.
سي
C, excellent. Nutrient will be circulated throughout the biosphere. This is my revision today for this part of learning outcome. If you have any question, Nada, you can ask me.
لا تمام تمام
Okay.
شكرا يا مس
After, thank you
شكرا
for your attendance and your concern. See you soon, inshallah.
ان شاء الله
Bye bye.
باي